And we'll get a look here at Davante Adams ahead on EA Sports.
Taken at the goal line. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. So here comes the Raiders offense now onto the field. They'll be led out by their quarterback at 6'2" out of Auburn. It's Jarrett Stidham.
And he's had a great season so far throwing the football. Very likely could go over 4,000 yards with a good performance here. And even in an age of passing first, that is no small accomplishment.
On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And he'll get this just across the 25-yard line. This, the second meeting of these two teams. You might recall they met back in Week 5. And it was the visitors getting the win there. Will go down as a gain of 6. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. Try to run for it with Jacobs. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
They go with Jacobs. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. Another good carry there for the NFL's second leading rusher. We've talked on air, off air about his MVP.
In the league in rushing yardage, that's not the main deal. It's how he gets those yards and the impact he has on his ball club.
The Raiders at 10-6 now on the year. And they come in losers of 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club that's more than capable of turning things around, and I expect them to play really well here.
Meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
And he is going to have the Raiders 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
This is a nice job of just taking what the defense is going to give you on 3rd down. You're not looking for a big play downfield. You just want to find something that can get you past the marker. They found it, and were able to keep the drive moving.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. And a nice gain of 21 yards. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory, down at the 31. Stidham will throw again. Down now on the season. And the Raiders will jump on top of the game's first score here this afternoon. This is a crew, they've come out flat their last 2 games, both losses, but just judging by the energy level, they look different here early, and that touchdown shows how.
Yeah, it seems to me that touchdown gets them off the treadmill. Because, you know, you've been on the treadmill. I've seen you work out. You go forever and ever, and it tells you've gone somewhere, but you really haven't. You're in the same spot. They've exchanged it for an escalator. Still got some hills to climb, but they can get there.
These are good analogies. I run outside sometimes, though. Get some fresh air, a little sun on your face.
Wind in there.
Yeah, that's right. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. From the 10. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And the Raiders pick it up. And he's into the end zone. It's a full return for 6 and a Raider touchdown. So they get the 1-score kickoff, get a fumble, take it right back to the house. 2 quick touchdowns within a matter of about 10 seconds on the game clock.
It's like a big 1-2 punch that may lead to a knockout.
Carlson down to add the extra point. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Here's the Chiefs offense for their first possession, and it's Patrick Mahomes at quarterback.
And he just continues to throw touchdown pass after touchdown pass, leading the league here down the final stretch of the year. Guys will say that the numbers and the rankings, they don't matter to him very much, but I don't know how much I actually believe that. Sure, he's team first, but I think everyone would like to see him finish number one, including himself.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes. Oh, this is going to be caught along the sidelines. Probably shouldn't have been caught. He's going to lose yardage there. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Throwing now is Mahomes. Caught. Kelsey, left side. They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down. It's a gain of 6, but not enough, as they'll be forced to punt on their first drive of the game. On 4th down, Tommy Townsend to punt for Kansas City. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Now here comes Abdullah on the return. We'll call this a 41-yard punt, 7 on the return. And it'll be Raiders football, 1st and 10. The Raider offense heading out as we take a look at the playoff race in the AFC. And it's all come down to this, hasn't it? Final week of the regular season. As this year's playoffs play out anything like the regular season has gone, could be in for a wild and fun month of January.
And we can break the rules because we can look ahead. All right, there's not a coach out there that's ever said to their team, all right, let's look three weeks down the road. It's always right here, right now. Forget that. Think about what the playoffs are going to look like. The teams that we see that are already in, the teams that are trying to get in, we could have some great matchups.
There on the stop was Leo Chanel. On 2nd down, Jacobs. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for 1st. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. Stidham, 3rd down from the gun. He hits Adams, complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. 20. Welcome back, everybody, to Las Vegas, Nevada. It's Raider football as we get back into the action in the first quarter. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Now Stidham. Touchdown! Matt Collins. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Raiders take a 3-touchdown lead. Well, still in the first quarter, and look at him there on pace for over 80 points in this game. I don't know that they'll get there, CD, but this has been impressive to watch so far.
That certainly would be history to making, wouldn't it, partner? I'm glad we're here to actually watch and see if it actually happens, although, like you, I have my doubts, but they are firmly in control of this game.
Carlson on for the PAT. Oh, and it's no good. He tugged it wide left, and that will keep our score right where it is. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. Fielded right around the 8. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Kansas City taking the field for their second drive. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Buying time, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Chandler Jones, what a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They are not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting after it.
The Chiefs with the football as we start the second quarter, as they've got it facing a second and long situation. And he takes us across the 15 to the 17. Give him 4 yards there, but still in a big hole. Third and long. Now Mahomes. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. And the officials here going to pause the game for a second. Looks like there's an injured Chief on the field. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. Abdullah to return. A 41-yard punt, 9 on the return. And the Raiders will have a short field to work with as they take over. They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. So it's all down to this, Week 18 on the NFL schedule. And that means that once we sort things out, we'll all be set for our second ever Super Wild Card weekend, which I think everyone agrees was a runaway success last year. We got 2 games coming up on Saturday, 3 more on Sunday, and then we'll put a bow on it Monday night. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. And the officials here going to pause the game for a second. Looks like there's an injured Chief on the field. Well, Week 18, this is just when you hope everybody can get through the regular season healthy, but the medical staff is going to have to take a look here, and we'll step aside. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now they'll throw it with Stidham. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Here's Stidham. And this will be caught by his big wide receiver. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards. Back to the running game with Jacobs. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Once again, it's Jacobs. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first. Here's Stidham to throw. And he's got it. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start. Jacobs will score. Touchdown, Raiders. So, Charles, that's 3 touchdowns on 3 drives, and it's just been an offensive barrage so far.
Great word, partner, using barrage right there. I'm going to add another word if you don't mind. How about perfection? No surprise that they're leading right now. Absolute dominance throughout this ball game and no signs of slowing down.
Josh McDaniels has got faith in his offense, and he's going to have him go for 2. Stidham going to look to throw for it. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere. Seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
Fielded right around the 8. And he won't quite make it to the 25. So the Chiefs offense heads out. There's a look at the playoff picture in the AFC. Well, here we sit, Week 17. Just one more week in the regular season after this one. So if you're one of these teams trying to make a move and improve your spot or jump in from the outside, Charles, you better make that move now.
And these final games are often a good barometer for all those teams fighting for position or a wild card spot. They have to be able to get the job done these last 2 weeks before things get even tougher when the playoffs officially begin.
Now Mahomes. He'll get this complete to Kadarius Toney. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. His first catch, good for 14 there and a first down. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Hustling through to break that play up, Max Crosby.
Defensively, he has been a presence in their backfield in the first half. Had a sack earlier, and now he comes up with a big tackle for a loss.
Play action. Now it's Mahomes. Rush coming, and he's taken down. They bring the safety on the blitz, and he busts through to drop him for an 8-yard loss. He continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure. These sacks are starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they have no chance to win this game.
They get 13, but it's not nearly enough. And it'll be 4th down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Here's Tommy Townsend on the punt. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. This will be fielded at the 17. 30, in fact, right on the 30. 13 yards for a moment. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the second quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had. Right. Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. Stidham's throw complete here to Waller. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
They'll throw on first down with Stidham. And he's taken down, a Chiefs sack.
Holding offense.
So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. And the Chiefs showing a dime look as they defend this 3rd down. Now it's Stidham. That's caught by Waller out left side. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. And this will be touched by a member of the kicking team inside the 20, and it's at the 17-yard line. Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. So we have reached halftime here in Vegas with the Raiders on top. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. It's all down to this. Week 18 of the NFL regular season. Lots to be decided, so let's get right to it. We'll start up at TIAA Stadium in Jacksonville, where it was definitely a game with some intrigue, as you can see by the scoreline. Ryan Tannehill, a strong performance there, over 300 yards passing with 3 touchdowns in the victory. From there, we head over to the West Coast. Check out the Niners at home at Levi Stadium. And this one going the visitors' way as the Cardinals have the lead in that one. Hollywood Marquise Brown, a touchdown reception. Finally, let's get to Philadelphia. Check on the Eagles at home at Lincoln Financial Field. And they were winners in that one over the visiting New York Giants. Jalen Hurts, 4 touchdown passes in the victory. Time now for a check of the next-gen stats in that first half for KC. And this tells a story right here. As a unit, negative yards passing through 2 quarters of play. That is something you almost never see. Meanwhile, for the Raiders, they had a little more success than their counterparts did in the passing game, as evidenced by the numbers there. Final adjustments being made for the second half. Whether they'll amount to much in a game that's already pretty well decided, well, that's another question. Nevertheless, let's get you back out to Brandon and Charles.
Okay, Coach, thanks. Yeah, that's something to consider. Are we in for more one-way traffic here in this second half? It has not been a competitive game to this point. This one taken just inside the 10. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. And the Chiefs ready to go on offense to begin quarter number 3. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. Mahomes throwing complete to Kelsey. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And it's intercepted. And the Raiders are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
They were well aware of the scoreboard as they went into halftime, and they know how tough it's been to put up any kind of points. But if there's a positive after that play, is that they were able to take a shot at the end zone on their opening drive of this half. The negative, though, that shot at 6 ended in an interception, and we know that's not going to jumpstart this struggling offense.
So here comes the Raiders offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. Halftime lead. Their defense just helped them out further by forcing the turnover, so things are starting to look pretty rosy.
They certainly are, but they've got to be careful about getting complacent, though. They still need to go out and run their offense efficiently.
Derek Nottie makes the tackle. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And only a couple there up to about the 23-yard line.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
To throw is Stidham. And it's complete to Adams. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Stidham. He finds his man, complete. It's Jacobs. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. Now Stidham on second down. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Personal foul. Roughing the tackle. Defense.
So a roughing the passer penalty, never one that you like to see.
Not at all, and especially when you're in that final push of the season. You can't afford to get your quarterback hurt before the playoffs roll around, and we know they'll be here before you know it.
Running straight ahead is Jacobs. Chris Jones on the stop.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
He'll find his tight end. That's Waller. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. Now it's Stidham. They swing that out wide to Jacobs. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
Well, I certainly don't want to pile on, but this defense has just not been up to the challenge in this game, and this continues as we see here. Coverage, not been very good. Soft in spots. There's an easy throw and catch for another first down.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big play?
Stidham.
Trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays.
To throw again on second down. Mahomes. It's Kelsey on the ground. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
Mahomes firing complete. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. It's his ball to his running back, Jerick McKinnon. And the Chiefs are going to have a 1st and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line. Here's Mahomes to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play. So now 3rd down coming up.
I think this running game, or should I say lack of one, is making this defense look better than what they really are.
Here's Mahomes, 3rd and goal. Steps, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Chandler Jones picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. And you get the feeling, Charles, yeah, he's got the 2 sacks now, but he may get more here. He's still got a quarter and then some to go.
And the way that he is playing this game, it reminds me of one of the best golfers in the world who can use every club in the bag and make a great shot. That's what he's doing with his pass rush moves right now, showing a little bit of everything. They have no way of stopping it.
Back now in Las Vegas. Welcome back, everybody. For the 4th quarter, we'll begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the 3rd quarter. Amir Abdullah going to take it out of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. Well, the win for them at this point seems pretty assured. I mean, still a decent amount of time. The third down conversion. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. 10. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
It can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
Here's Jacobs from... Now Stidham.